Hey guys, it's Bailey. Welcome back to the channel for what is going to be a quick review of some brand new product to hit drugstore shelves from the brand Covergirl. First, I have their Plumpify Blast Pro Mascara, and then I also have one of their Sugar Vitamin Infused Balms. Mine is in the shade Taffy. And I got these through Influenster, and if you're interested in signing up, they're doing, I guess, an open registration period, which I thought they were always, like anyone could always sign up. You don't have to make videos. I think you can have a blog or just be active on social media in general to sign up, create a profile, and then if what you like to talk about on social media aligns with products that they have, obviously mine is beauty, but I think they do a ton of other stuff there too. You might have a chance to try products like this as well. So I always thought they were like anyone could register, because I signed up way back when I think anyone could register, but they're doing open registration now, and I'm not sure if you need a referral link. I'll put mine down below. Otherwise, maybe just go to the website and try doing it. But it's a cool program, and it lets you try stuff like this. So definitely check it out before the 11th, because apparently it ends then, I guess. I don't know. So first, let's talk about the mascara. This is the, like I said, Plumpify Blast Pro, and here's the packaging. It says it promises extreme, plump, and lift, and 50 times more volume, and mine is in the shade Very Black. And the brush is pretty unique. I have a shot of it here because these came all in the same packaging separately, like with the cap on the product, so that you could actually see the kind of brush you get. And it's kind of a unique, it's a rubberized wand, and it has kind of the typical bristles that a mascara wand would have, but then it also has these longer, kind of just elongated plate type bristle things, if that makes any sense. Hopefully a little bit more sense as you're seeing the wand here. And then it has what looks like a ball tip, but as you can see, accumulates product pretty easily as you're drawing it out of the tube. So then, you know, as you wipe it off, you can kind of get some excess here, which can be kind of, or on your inner corner, which is more likely to happen for me. So the formula is what I would say smack dab between a wetter and a dry formula. I think it's very comfortable on the lashes. It feels super duper light, and between that and the brush style, I find it coats lashes really easily. It's really easy to get a uniform coverage. It's great at building volume, I find, and I think you'll be able to see in the demo here, and just from seeing it on my lashes, I think it's better at building volume, which is good because it says it's going to build 50 times more volume. However, I wouldn't exactly say this is a lengthening mascara. Even when I go in with a little ball tip after I've cleaned it off, of course, I'll go in and apply somewhat heavier product and then use the wand itself to kind of disperse it over the rest of my lashes. And even then, I'll find that it is just, you know, its wheelhouse really is volume, which is great. It does exactly what it says it's going to do. But for those of you who are looking like me, like I recently mentioned in my 2015 hits and misses, I am looking for that perfect marriage between length and volume, and so this is definitely a great volumizing mascara. I think it gives a lot in the way of volumizing drama, but I wouldn't exactly look for it to length. As far as lasting power goes, you know, not only is the formula very comfortable and lightweight, it doesn't make the lashes feel crunchy or crispy or uncomfortable, anything like that, and it doesn't flake throughout the day. I was really impressed with this wear time. I've worn it, you know, a couple of weeks now at this point, and have just been really impressed with whether I've, you know, been in really humid weather, because this winter has been kind of weird in Texas, where it's been 70s, 30s now outside. It's humid, it's dry, it's whatever, and I haven't noticed any meltdown, haven't had any meltdowns, haven't noticed any flaking. It's just an overall good formula. So bottom line is, I really like this formula. I think it's a great one from the drugstore, but I do think it is for someone who is pretty exclusively looking for volume. And if I had to have one gripe, it would be this little ball tip. I think, you know, they were trying to do something like Benefits They're Real, or like the It Cosmetics, whatever their Hello Lashes, that they have the ball tip. This is just a little too broad. The bristles are a little too short. It just accumulates too much product straight out of the tube that you have to then wipe off. Then you kind of lose the effect of, it's not as practical as other ball tips on other mascara wands due to just the shape and form. Next, let's talk about the Sugar Vitamin Infused Balm. Like I said, mine is in the shade Taffy, or number 4, and it's a really nice, I'm currently wearing it right now, it's just a really nice sheer pink with brown or nude undertones. Very, very natural for daytime wear. It was kind of hard for me to get into this because I have been so into the big, bold, matte liquid lipsticks, but it was a nice change of pace. It's very comfortable on the lips, but I do have to say that it kind of had a grainy texture on me. I'm not sure if it's the shade or if it's just, I don't know. It just kind of developed sort of a a grainy consistency at the tip of my product, and so when I apply it to my lips, it has kind of a grainy texture. I can kind of feel that translate to my lips, and over a period of time, it kind of, I don't know if it's melting away into my lips or what exactly it is, but it does have kind of a weird gritty texture that turned me off right away. Given that it is a tinted balm, it's not super long wearing. It's not meant to be super long wearing. In fact, it's really meant to be reapplied multiple times to help keep your lips moisturized throughout the day. And because it is sheer with just a really light tint to it, it's great for applying on the go because you really don't have to worry about precision. I notice it lasting anywhere from, 2.5, maybe 3 hours if I'm not doing a lot of eating and drinking, but for the most part, it's definitely gone by the 3-hour mark, but it's very easy to reapply. And ultimately, I do find that it leaves my lips really moisturized and nourished. It's very similar to something like a Revlon lip butter or something like a NYX butter lipstick, although I would say these are probably a little less opaque than a NYX butter lipstick. I wish I had a chance to try some of the deeper shades to really understand just how that pigment transfers as the shades get darker, whether it stays super sheer like this or you can really build up the pigmentation, because I think without seeing those darker shades, I don't really know how it compares to a Revlon lip butter. But as far as nourishment goes, I definitely think it's really effective. I'm currently trying the e.l.f. Their new, looks very similar to the baby lips, but those are pretty heavily tinted, and I find that this is just leagues above those. This is really good at keeping my lips hydrated despite having that funky texture, really good at keeping them feeling very smooth and plump and hydrated and very comfortable throughout the day. So if you're looking for something with a very light, subtle tint, well, at least taffy anyway, I would recommend taffy. Like I said, haven't tried the deeper shades, but I would say this is a great way to go, especially in the wintertime, and you won't break the bank. So those are my thoughts on some new products from Covergirl. I am hoping to do kind of a larger what's new at the drugstore video coming soon, because let's get real, there are so many new products out there from not just Covergirl, from every brand under the sun. So working on that for you guys, but in the meantime, hope you enjoyed this video. I'd love to hear your thoughts if you tried these products as well in the comments below. In the meantime, thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!